Tatum Paxley would challenge Ruca for the Women's North American Championship in tonight's main event. It's worth noting though, Ruca still with the WWE Speed Championship around her waist. Now it was known that actually they've stopped WWE Speed quite quietly. There hasn't been a new episode for a while, and I wonder the fact she's still carrying the championship could be a sign they're planning to bring it back. Ruca would pick up the win tonight, retaining the championship. A shame because I wanted Tatum to win, but still, this was undoubtedly match of the night. Nia and Lash Legend would come out brawling, but it wasn't their distraction that distracted Tatum. It was the doll that was placed by Jacy Jayne. That insane neck breaker, though, from the top rope needs its own shout-out, and credit to Ruca for recovering from the botch really well. Just lots of fun, and really, that's exactly what you want from any kind of main event, isn't it? This is things you might have missed from WWE's NXT. Make sure you hit the like button, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. I've said it before, and I'll continue to say it. One thing I love about NXT is we go straight into the action. The first match was Blake Monroe versus Kelani Jordynne. But, it didn't last very long because there was an interruption mid-match by Jordynne Grace, who had actually come to the ring, chasing Blake Monroe out. Blake Monroe ran for her life into a waiting car, and off she goes. Obviously, Jordynne Grace looking for revenge here on Blake Monroe. Neck brace on and all, Jordynne Grace is back, and she wants Blake. Kelani Jordynne would win the match, but obviously by count out, and I like the fact she seemed frustrated with that, so I like the fact that people in NXT actually want to win the right way. A strong message delivered tonight to the NXT Women's and TNA Knockouts World Champion Jacy Jayne, as she's facing Ash by Elegance this Thursday on TNA's Impact. And of course, former Dana Brooke could take the TNA World title. Lainey Reed would then make a joke that isn't it Jasmyn Nyx's job to shine up the championships. And actually, Jacy agreed, gave her the belts and told her to go shine them up, while her and Fallon Henley laughed. We've been talking for weeks about the possibility of Jasmyn Nyx breaking out of Fatal Influence. This definitely secures that, doesn't it? It's got to happen now. There's a lot to unpack here as Hank and Tank defended the NXT tag belts against Chase U. First of all, unfortunately, the referee totally botched the pinfall here. Obviously, you can see Hank went for the cover and the shoulders never came up. Tank had the other member of Chase U pinned down, so of course there was no break. The referee saying the shoulders came up. They clearly didn't. And I don't get it either, because they went straight into their finishing move to then win the match. So why didn't the referee just say, okay, we'll end the match early because, he's not kicked out. He's made a mistake. Make it look semi-decent. What was cool was the attack by Darkstate. Darkstate coming down after the match, after Hank and Tank had won, and laid out everyone, obviously wanting a shot at the tag team titles. What wasn't cool was their backstage promo. As Cutler James said, we've been on your ass for a while now. Right up your butt. And I promise you, we're going to stay right there until you just can't handle it. What? This wasn't Cutler James misspeaking, by the way. The other members of Darkstate completely reacted very quickly to just sort of like, what did he say? So I do wonder if he's actually doing a storyline here where maybe he just doesn't fit in with the Darkstate vibe. Or a WWE just trying to make like a viral moment. Because let's be fair, if you're watching NXT, you went onto social media to see if you heard that right. Because, what? A huge win tonight for Myles Borne as he defeated Lexis King. Not sure if it's the end of their feud. During the match, Lexis King would actually stomp on Myles Borne's head onto the ring steps. Of course, using it because of the ear, the deafness, and trying to prove that Myles Borne is faking being deaf. I actually don't like that because Myles Borne then went on to win it, and I kind of feel like stomping someone's head into the ring steps should be like the end of the match. Do you know what I mean? I feel like if it happened to me, my life would be over. This feels like one of those spots that, the referee calls the match off and we postpone the feud, or you do it after the match to prolong the feud, right? Hendry is back on NXT and he wants a match with Charlie Dempsey next week. Is that all that the pop-ups were for last week? Do you remember multiple times last week we saw Joe Hendry mid-match just randomly? That's it? I mean, he literally did come out of a fridge though, so never seen that done before. Love that. And if it is true that No Quarter Catch crew is gone, could we pair Joe Hendry and Ren Sinclair together? I wouldn't mind that. I think that could work. So, Trick Williams, Javon Evans and Moose, in that order, will come to the ring to confront Obafemi tonight, leaving us with a question. Who would challenge for the world title? Ava would clarify that in 2 weeks, Javon will take on Trick to find out who faces Obafemi, but Moose is obviously here tonight to confront Trick Williams regarding the TNA Championship match at Emergence. He did say to Obafemi, I've not forgot our previous feud. Of course, the last time we did Obafemi, Trick Williams and Javon Evans in a triple threat match, we had to do a can they coexist first, and looks like we're going to do pretty much the same thing again, as Darkstate would attack tonight for the second time. Darkstate attacking Oba, Trick, Javon and Moose. This time though, the World Championship competitors would see them off, kind of making Darkstate look really weak. Didn't like that. They jumped them and they're the ones in retreat. Kind of feel like that should be the other way around, you know? Nia Jax would beat Thea Hail tonight, and credit to them. This was actually a pretty decent match that got a lot of time. After the match, Nia Jax would talk some trash to Lash Legend, who would then come out, and the brawl was on. Lash and Nia would brawl, and it didn't stop there. Their brawl would continue backstage later in the night, and Ava would say that she's had enough, and they will fight next week on NXT, Nia versus Lash Legend. I thought we was going to wait till Heatwave for this, but I don't mind not waiting. Sounds pretty good to me. Here's a really cool surprise. Chelsea Green was on NXT tonight, and I really didn't expect her to come out with Ethan Page and Tavion Heights in the ring. It looks like we're going to get a partnership between Chelsea and Ethan Page. I really like that. Tavion Heights, though, saying, of course, he wouldn't hit a woman, but he'll find someone who will. Who do you think is going to partner with Tavion Heights to take on Chelsea Green? I really don't know, you know. Interesting. Maybe Thea Hail? It's official. Can they coexist next week on NXT? It's a rinse and repeat storyline. And if you know me, you know I hate those. We also found out tonight that Ricky Saints will be facing Jasper Troy in just 2 weeks. I'm genuinely looking forward to that match. Channing Stacks Lorenzo would pick up the win tonight over Yoshiki Inamura with the help of Josh Briggs and a distraction from Ariana Grace. It does look like we're going to do a Stacks and Ariana Grace partnership on screen, which is kind of cool because they're a real life couple. Brace yourselves, I'm going to be a bit harsh tonight. A 6 out of 10 for NXT. I hate the rinse and repeat. The botch in the tag team match did take away from that. But there is enough stuff to still be hyped from. So I can't give it a bad score, but 6 out of 10 is fair. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll see you soon. Peace!